Yes, sis. I'll take both of them. Why choose if you're gonna both? Imagine it just says one must stay there and the other.
Now you're gonna cause controversy.
Take it, don't take it. It's up to you. Don't apply my advice. Don't listen to me. Eh?
Just advice at the end of the day. You choose to take it or not.
It's up to you.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel, and if you're new, please like, share and subscribe, and if you're returning, thank you so much for the support. We truly appreciate it. Today we have an amazing guest, a man who wants to change the Tsonga narrative in mainstream media by force, Mr. Fumani and Shilubana. Welcome, sir.
The N is critical, you know that.
It's very important.
Sure.
Please say the N when you meet him. So, Messi or Ronaldo?
It's very obvious.
Ne.
The hard worker. Actually, for me, there's no difference,
Yeah.
to be honest. I actually find the comparison to be silly in this aspect. Messi is a 10.
Yeah.
Ronaldo is a winger.
So you think comparing them, it doesn't make sense, ne?
It doesn't
Two different positions, two different job descriptions.
It's like, in a nutshell, it's comparing a goalkeeper and a defender. What is that?
So,
But in terms of what they've done for this, it's crazy. If I had to choose one, okay, first for which team? Let's start there.
for which team? No, let's just put teams aside. Just them as
If I had to
individuals.
choose one.
Yeah, as individuals.
Yes, sis. I'll take both of them.
Okay. All right.
Because I'll take both of them because imagine how many goals Ronaldo would score with Messi in that team.
Exactly. Why choose if you can have both?
Why choose if you can have both? Imagine it just says. Imagine how many goals Ronaldo would score.
Oh, if he has Messi on the team.
That's number 10. Ha!
Okay, so with the introduction, I mentioned that you want to change the Tsonga narrative, right? In mainstream media. So please just share a bit of light on that. Like, what's your thinking behind that? The idea behind that?
It's not even an idea, man. It's what I've experienced, what I've been through, what I saw. Because no matter how much, no matter where you are, you want representation. Everyone wants to feel like they belong, like they're seen. If the minute people feel like they're not seen, it becomes a problem. And my people, my tribe, that's all now, there's been that for a long time where we're not represented anyway in the mainstream media. The representation I call, it's always like it's a favor, you know, for you guys it might be different, you know. I've lived through it for a good 20 years. Obed Baloyi lived through it, Charles Baloyi lived through it, you know. So if there's you guys coming up as filmmakers, and who are going to shoot these films for? I shot a film, it's only one time, Komelel. I hope you're done editing it. I shot that film. I remember seeing the joy of people when I have cameras on the streets shooting. I was so happy. And when we screened it and they saw themselves, or rather they saw their vicinity on screen, just the most exciting thing. Now, can you imagine we do that in a bigger scale? Showing ourselves, telling our stories, telling our diversity within our people, normalizing our dialects, because there's another thing that we have as Vatsonga. Which I don't understand why. What is that? You know, so imagine if we had that. First, it would be normalized in the national, would be normalized amongst ourselves, would be normalized in the national's point of view, and would then be represented, we'll have a representation of sort. And then we now feel like, oh, now we are part of. When these attacks come, about the Dula, for example, you won't be asked what is Chikoko, because we are part of the whole thing, you know. So for me, that representation, it's a psychological thing that I feel with it. You build a nation through TV, bro. Americans made us believe they're the greatest nation on earth, simply because they had Spider-Man, Superman, what Prime, what's
Optimus
Prime and Captain America, dressed in
American flags,
in American flags
colors,
findings. And they go out and they save the world. You're thinking, wow, America's the best thing. Why? So if you listen to the Tupacs of this world, the Snoop Dogg of this world, the Ice Cube of this world, they've been warning us how bad that place is. It's only now that there's TV and everything we see. But because of that, they were able to change the culture of the world through their TV. When Shilubana has been seen on TV right now, all of a sudden it's the coolest thing. When Shoma Juicy comes and does Shilubana, it's like it's as if it's a new thing. It's not a new thing.
It's been here for a long time.
It's been here. So when color blocking is like a new thing, it's not a new thing. We've been doing it. So imagine what happens when we go out and talk about ourselves. Shoot stories. Do you honestly believe there is 200 qualified, experienced filmmakers in South Africa?
I've never been on sets like Matala Matonga unless I'm working with you guys. So yeah,
it's not possible. Could be there, they change their whatever. Mara, we are pockets. You know, imagine if we can do a space where we are also belonging and representing ourselves in a bigger scheme of South Africa. I think that's my obsession more than anything. That my language must live on, my heritage, my culture, my people must be seen and be proud and yeah, you know, through this medium, it's a very powerful medium that we are in. I think it can change. That's why I want to do it.
The reason why you came up with Hearing News, for example.
One of the reasons why I came up with Hearing News.
Yeah.
Though Hearing News falls under Yeru Film Commission.
Yeah.
And what is Yeru Film Commission? It's an NPO, fully registered, that seeks to change the Tswana narrative. You know, the marginalized language narrative. That's what we want to do. We want to find ourselves in a space where we go into our communities and train young kids. We've got programs that we've developed where we've got an actor program that we're doing. We've got the Hearing News that we're doing. We want to make sure that we go into the Tswana communities where we've got a year program that teaches film, all those disciplines, costume, wardrobe, trying to do the same thing, and makeup, continuity, and what is a gaffer? What is a grip? All those little things. Because, for example, you check that Matsonga love what they do. There's a lot of stuff that's been shot in Matsonga, and you find on YouTube these skits that they shoot.
Mafena Brothers,
Brothers, and all of stuff. This guy longer, longer comedies, a lot of stuff that's like that. Well and good, but let's be realistic. The quality is not up to par, and you can't blame them because there's a lot of resources that are not on, and there's a way of doing things, unfortunately, that needs to fit the segmenting of the mainstream. So if you're gonna do things outside that, and you want it to be in the mainstream, you're not gonna win that battle. You have to, unfortunately, if you put a show on SABC 1, it doesn't have to be 24 minutes. That 30 minutes it's not 30 minutes. It has to be 24 minutes because the other times is adverts. If it's an hour, it has to be 48 minutes. If it's a movie, at least it has to be at least 120, 90 minutes at least. Those little things. Does it have enough coverage? Does it have enough? All those little funny things. So we want to go and make sure that we teach, and those skills and can be matched properly with their talents. Because they've got talent, they've got ambition, they've got drive, but let's match it with the skill. So that's what we want to do here: to go into our communities, have these programs, teach, workshop. Say, guys, this is how we shoot like this, and eventually, when we now launch Yeru properly, because we haven't launched the Yeru, my uncle is to say, guys, we are here. See us. We are doing this in a proper professional way, 7 o'clock. As time goes on, hopefully we'll find ourselves playing the whole week. The support so far is great. I mean, in less than a month or in a month, we're sitting in over 5,000 views. That is great.
That's a great achievement. Yeah.
That's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah.
You know how YouTube channels are. YouTube channels are difficult, bro. They seem easy, mara. Yay! So support this guy, guys. Support this channel.
Please
click and like and whatever. Comment as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not easy. So we know if we do this, eventually we will bring what I said earlier, representation, seeing yourselves, hearing yourselves, pride. By so doing, when we launch Yeru in its full capacity to say, here's what we are doing, all these guys at home who have those little things, we train them to do them properly. Now, their products can be played at a bigger scale, and it's only good for who? For us. So that's what Yeru is about. So Yeru News is basically 0.001 of what we are doing. It's just an early phase. It's like to be honest. It's not even the belly is not even pregnant yet.
Yeah.
That's what Yeru News is. It's like it's sperm still swimming towards the is it ovary or ovum? What's it? Is it an ovary, right? Yeah,
yes.
It's still swimming there. So nothing has been conceived yet.
Yeah. Okay, with that being said, I want to ask you, I'm not sure, I don't want to say it's a controversial question, but
ask.
Do you see yourself as a mentor? Like, do you feel like you have an obligation, right, to open the door for young Tsonga people in the industry because you saw how it was difficult for you to get in? Or in a way, training them, giving them a guide on how to do things? Do you see yourself as a mentor in that regard?
Personally, I don't like training. Let me first start. I don't like training. For one reason, I don't have patience. I really don't have patience. It's one of my weakest yet strongest point, because I'm very straight to the point. Is this water? Yes, it's fine. Don't say me no. It's H2O fused. Hey. I don't want to hear all that molecular combination. So, but I'm also aware, Corey, I'm at the position that I'm in. You know that cliche line, responsibility and power, whatever?
Get responsibility, yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm in a place of responsibility.
Yeah.
I've been given, no, I wasn't given, I went and took it to make sure that I'm where I am. So I have to train. And here's my thing, and this pisses off a lot of Tsonga people. Just because you're talented does not mean you're an actor. Don't call yourself an actor. You've got talent, you've got drive, it ends there. When people ask me, no, when I work with you, I ask, there's one question I always ask. Are you trained, Chief? Are you trained, ma'am? No, go train. Where can you train? There's TUT, there's this. Oh, by the way, we also give workshops, but it's not a complete training. It's a workshop that can bootstart you. It ends there. But if you want to work with us, go and train. I was on this Twitter space the other day, and someone was saying, Kuri, we're talking about something similar to this, where I gave an example. They said, no, but we've got talent, we've got to do this thing, we just give us space, open doors for us. I'm like, I'm not going to open door for anyone who's not trained. I don't have time for that. Because what we don't know, what other people don't know is that this is a reputation's job, guys. Your reputation is what gets you going. If you ruin it, because I feel sorry for you with your talent, without your skill, I'm ruining my chances with my kids. Simply because I feel sorry for you. So go train. So anyway, so I said to them, listen, just because you're talented doesn't mean it's your right or you've got entitled, to be an actor. No, but we can do it. I'm like, okay, fine, good. I don't know how, we're close to 100 in one space, or maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm exaggerating, but we're over 50. And I said to them, okay, and one guy was insisting that he's talented, he must just send me a tape, blah, 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 blah. I said to him, listen, okay, right now I'm the director. I said to you, scene down, we're blocking the next scene. Show bra Peter, we're going on 50, and I want first shot, please go tight on 2. Yeah, please, Peter, when you come in, please come in 5 beats when we're done blocking. Good. Look, what did I say? So, I bet you understood me. I bet you understood me. Why do you think you understood me?
Because of the training that you're talking about.
Because of the training that you guys got. You know what I meant when I said 50. Going tight 2 on 50. You know what I meant. Already, if you're not trained, if they're going to go tight 2 on 50, you're going to overact. You could be doing the same thing, but acting on a wide and then on a tight 2 is 2 different ways, even though you're doing the same thing. Yet you're not saying you got talent. And when you say go train, you get angry. I once got a very, very blast on Twitter when I said, TikTok is not acting. Hey! Yay! They're like, yeah! Why are you closing it outside? But it's not acting. You are mimicking what I've done. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
So, in a nutshell, that's it. You need to train.
Okay.
I will train whoever is interested. I will train whoever has passion and time to be trained. Don't come to me. Do not come to me. Oh, you've got talent, put me in. I'm your wrong guy. And don't even go out there. Even if you go out there, someone close the door on me, it's fine. I don't care. Come to me if you're trained. Go train or come to us, we'll train you. That's it. That's my only condition. I will train those who are interested. I don't like training because I don't have patience for it. But I know I have to do it. That's it. You train, you work with me. You don't train, I don't want to work with you. Simple as that.
There's an interesting question. I wanted to ask you something. Ever since I started working with you, I've never seen you acting actually, because now you're talking about acting and stuff. You're always the director or the producer, something behind the scenes. I've actually never seen you acting in front of the camera, like live. Is that something that you want to move away from?
I'm tired.
You're tired of acting now?
I'm too tired, to be honest.
So what's your next?
Yeah, producing, creating and opening spaces for talented, skilled, upcoming guys, you guys, you know, I want to learn something new. I want to learn how to direct. I want to learn how to produce bigger stuff. I want to learn how to, I've got a lot of stuff that I've created. I want to see them into fruition. You know, I've got me saying, Corey, I want representation. It's me coming up with the concept that I created and putting them forward. Okay. Because firstly, there's not many Tonga people who know how to create a show, who know how to format a show. You see? But then if someone like me who's trained, who knows these things, I bring on guys who are trained. We shot a show in Mpumalanga. How many Tonga guys were there from the crew?
From the beat?
Yes, from the beat. It was me, it was you, Blessing, Sembiso, Musa.
Yeah, I think that's about it. Priscilla,
Priscilla, yes.
Yeah.
That's about it. You see? And you, Musa, and you guys were almost fresh from school.
Bless, yeah.
Not blessed, literally fresh from school. So, as a production, Fan and I took a gamble.
Yeah, you did.
A huge gamble, like, okay, let's go see. There's one. So, in terms of experience there, people were there. It was me, Priscilla, and Fana. And those kids that were there, that were all interns. It was the first time they had been in such an experience. It was like such a big thing for them. So my point, it's that. It's exactly that. We need to galvanize, guys. We really need to galvanize. So I'm tired of acting. I'm tired. Let's see. I'm tired to be that guy, guys. Tonga guy. This guy.
Tonga guy is always Fumani. Yeah.
I'm tired. Itele, man. I mean, look at Guyana, for example. Let me shock you with Guyana.
Yeah.
When Guyana first started, all the Tonga actors that were there, all of them, you combine their experience in terms of years, they wouldn't beat my experience. Well, so of Tonga, all the new ones, except me, Obed, and Charles. Remove us. I'm talking about all the new ones that came, the wise men, Matabo, Nyeleti, Noel, for the other ones. You know, you put their experience together. Just literally less than 10 years. So if you want experienced actors in South Africa, it's me, Obed, and Charles. We've got over 20 years. When I did Obed and Charles, I'm a baby. Now, law sort of when it comes to them, because like they've been doing it. I'm sure they're over, the both of them, they make over 100 years in terms of experience, or close to 60, 70 years in terms of experience. So we're still lacking a lot. We're still lacking a lot.
Okay. So I want to move away from acting now, because I feel like I've been asking you about
I'm
acting.
tired.
Okay, I just have one last question.
But you cast me, I'm gonna kill it.
You're gonna kill it.
Yes.
Nah, It's your thing.
Yes.
I wanted to ask you one thing. I've always wanted to ask you this question. Now I have the chance. If
So you're sneaking in,
Yeah,
you're sneaking in the question in during the people.
yes, yeah. So if you were to choose, ne, both local and abroad, ne, either local or abroad, one character from a movie or a series, ne, who would you choose? Like I could have played this. Like I wanted like this. If this was me.
Yeah. One character.
Yeah, one character. Maybe multiple, but
Local or abroad.
local or abroad. Yeah, either.
Let's start with local.
Yeah.
Local.
There's no movies that you were like, I wanted to be part of this character.
Out in local movies, I would want to be part of anything that has to do with Mandla Dube.
Okay.
Like now this the Silverton Siege.
Yeah.
Oh, and locally as well, there's Paul Grootboom, who has not yet gotten a chance to do a film. So even if I reference him, people won't know who I'm talking about. But he's a guy who mentored me. If I can have $1 billion right now, I promise I can give Paul 100 million. Go make a film. I would love to be in his film and that whole process. So, but to play anything also in his film, not a specific character.
Yeah.
Yes. Then overseas, yeah.
I mean, you've worked with people like Charlize Theron.
I work with Charlize, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
so,
I would.
Maybe something to think about.
No, but I'm thinking which character, which movie?
Yeah.
Denzel Nyana.
Yeah, ne?
Yeah.
You see Denzel now. You see, she doesn't like Denzel. I don't know. So it doesn't make sense.
Why not? What I did on Training Day or American Gangster?
Thank you. Yo, I've been trying to get someone to watch that movie.
Yeah, I would love.
Yeah. To be part of something like that. Yeah.
And then on the fluff side of things, on the bigger scale of some of things, anything, give me Will Smith anytime.
Even after the slap.
I don't care about the slap. The only thing that bothers me about the slap is that it's black on black.
Yeah,
that's the only thing that bothers me, because I'm like, guys, you know how these guys already take us, how they see us. You know, and why I have a problem with both of them. You go to Chris, you
okay, another black man.
Why?
Yeah, exactly.
Besides, you worked with her.
Yeah.
In 2 films. I don't know their inner circles, anything like that. I wouldn't know, but he's worked with her. I'm sure she might have shared because she's got an illness. So
do not touch on it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be sensitive on that. So I have an issue with him from that point of view. I have an issue with the slap with guy. You're giving these idiots the better stereotype about us, and you're 2 huge black people.
We're violent.
So but let's not even say that they're violent. What the whites have done towards us, that's nothing. So they mustn't take that thing. I may want to blow it out of proportion to say, yeah, look what they do. Nah, stop it. You didn't want us to share anything. But anyway, let's not even go to that debate. So, but with a slap or not, give me Will Smith anytime.
You want to work with Will Smith.
To be honest with you, there was a point where I actually molded my career around him. If you can just sit and look, the type of things I do and how I'm kind of copied him. The only thing I could never get was a 6-pack. But yeah, so I'm still gonna get it, I'm sure.
There's still time. You're still alive. Yeah.
So I would Denzel and Will Smith, whatever they do.
The two. Okay, cool. So now I'm completely moving away from work.
Let's leave work.
Yeah, let's leave work a little bit. So like, what are your passions outside filmmaking and work, and like what do you do outside? Because I know you're always around equipment, around filming. You live with equipment at home. So like, if you are away from equipment, what do you do? What does Fumani do?
I love parenting.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to ask that. You see, now you're taking my next question now.
You asked what do you love to do?
Let's just mix the question.
Yes,
okay,
mix it.
Yeah, because you're a father of 3 now.
And I'm sure of it.
Yeah, you're sure of it.
Yes.
You recently welcomed your third child now. So how has that been, being a father mixed with you being your hobbies outside filmmaking and everything? How does that? Yeah, is that something you enjoy doing only outside filmmaking? And
I play basketball outside, but I haven't played recently.
Yeah.
But you see, I love 2 things.
Yeah.
I love working and I love parenting.
Okay.
My goodness, I love parenting. I love being a dad. And if
I can tell. I know. I've seen you around your kids. You you enjoy it. I love you're forced to do it.
Yes, I'm not forced to. I love it. That's why I don't want many kids. I never wanted many kids. I wanted 2 kids actually. But life being life, we've got 3. So why I don't want many kids? Because I knew that I was gonna get compromised. Somehow, either my work or my kids will be compromised. Someone will be compromised. Because I need this, my work, to have fun with them, to give them a good life, to give them a proper opportunity in life, to give them a proper background and comfort. Let's not sit here and lie to ourselves to say man does not make us happy. That's a lie from the pit of hell. It's a lie told by people with money. Let me tell you right now. People with money, they say man does not make you happy. They must remove that money and say that.
Exactly.
So because of these 2, these are the 2 things I love. And the older I'm getting, I realize that suddenly I'm very focused and goal-oriented. I want to start, finish, and make sure that it's legacy-driven. I don't want to do something that's for the sake of doing it. It has to have a huge impact. Why? Because I want to leave a legacy for these kids. They must come and live off it. They must come and their kids must live off it. So I'm not even thinking about my kids, to be honest, right now. They are now a secondary thing. I'm thinking, okay, how do I create something that their kids will come and get off? So what I'm teaching, I have this thing I started with my son. We do a role play. I call him like, can I speak to the CEO of Shilubana Capital Investment? He's speaking, how can I help him? He's speaking to the president of the group. So I just want to check in. What's happening? How's the company doing? So the company is going to start, the company is doing this, we've grown here, That's very intentional. That role play. Already I'm planting in his mind with chief. What I'm creating here, you're going to come and run it. You're going to come and make sure that you multiply it for you and your sisters. Because the sisters are 2 and the other one, she's like 5 months. He's 17. It's literally the next in line. He must run it to the point that when Nsuku comes, he can easily put her in. When Fumani comes, my last born, must come and put it in. It comes easily. But the point is, the matter is this: it must be for their children's children. So what I'm teaching them is, guys, I'm doing it for your kids. You must do it for these ones. It must always be at least a generation ahead, man. Eventually, someone hopefully will push it to 2, push it to 3, and then it becomes a thing. So those are my things that I love outside work, is to make sure that my kids are sorted, my family is sorted, and yeah.
I hope you're taking notes because
No, but also I even have a foundation. Called Father Figures at A.
Oh yeah, I remember that actually. Yes.
And the whole point of this foundation is because how we were, as Black people, how we're made to believe and made to think who we are as this and that's it. Which is sort of bull, because a lot of things were designed and created to put us where we are. We were disadvantaged. We were put in a place. Fathers must be removed from the unit. You see, like, there's this thing, so a lot of Black mothers are going to be pissed when they hear this. There's this thing that Black mothers think, actually, it is their major role to stay, it is their solemn duty and responsibility and entitlement to stay with their children. No, my mothers, you were forced. It was by Nkani that a system removed the men out of that particular unit, and you were forced to stay with the kids.
So it's not motherly love.
There's motherly love. We can remove that, but it's not. They mustn't come and make it. It was their choice. It is because we know fathers were removed. If you can remove a mother out of that position and father stay with the child, the same love that the child is getting, the father would make a plan. It's not because of anything else that's special about the mother and the child. As long as the child is born, is here, we are both responsible. You see, so we're now put in a situation where we're fighting about who more of a child this is, which is crap. We're now put in a position where we're thinking, the mother is there, the father is there. Whilst we are supposed to be a unit, because there's things that as a mother, my wife will bring into my kids. I will never dream of doing it. I will And same applies to me. There are things that I'll impart in my kids that she will not really be able to, as a man and as a woman. The stuff that we put there that the other cannot do. Yet, through migration labor under apartheid, through apartheid system, through the Land Act, we were disadvantaged to a point where we became consumers in our own space. We now have a culture of consumerism. Whereas if it's like that, it's not. Because we're removed from our land, we have to go work to sustain and not pay tax and we end up removing systems that were put in place. A father cannot be there to sustain their kids and do what other part. What does a mother do? Play both roles. And she has to go to a convenience store or convenience anything to get things faster. Because she can't go and hunt, she can't go and dig, so eventually we become consumers. At the end of the day, we have a culture of consumerism, we have a culture of not being there as fathers, and we think that is normalized because black fathers just chose to walk out. We didn't choose to walk out. It's a system. Now if you can check how the fathers are with their kids, it's a whole different role. As if it's innate in us, something that we have it. It just has to be woken up. So it's not something new that we are doing it. We've been doing it. So that's one thing that I think my foundation needs to. We are gonna reverse and fix, because we lie to ourselves by saying, dude, it doesn't make sense that black fathers, 30% of black fathers are involved in the love of their children. White and Indians and the others over 90%. Something is wrong, guys. 90 and 30. And while they're all human beings, something's wrong. So my foundation seeks to solve that, because I started foundation because I'm passionate about being a father and family and a unit. Even though I think a wife and a husband must not stay in the same house. One must stay there and the other.
Now you're gonna cause controversy now.
No, but it's guys, we should not stay in the same house. You should, guys, newlyweds, the people are gonna get married. Let me give you an advice from a guy who's married and a divorcee. Don't stay in the same house. Get your house there and get a house there. But open policy though. Don't come at any time. You can walk in whenever you want.
Okay.
Take it, don't take it. It's up to you. Don't apply my advice. Don't listen to me.
Just advice at the end of the day. You choose to take it or not.
It's up to you.
So that's a very interesting take. I don't have much of a comment on that with fatherhood. I hope one day when God blesses me, I can be. I'm glad you say that. You know what? There was an interesting convo that we were going up into the other day. I realized that people have a tendency of, I don't have a discussion with people who don't have kids. Because they don't have they think they know. Exactly, yeah. And I'm glad you said, listen, you don't have much of a say. You see what I do, but you can't really relate. Exactly, I can't relate. Yeah. I respect that. I respect that. What is your prediction for your team? Which team? Your team, the English one, Man United. Yeah. Do you feel like you guys are going to go somewhere next year? Like next season, what do you think you're going to finish? So here's what I do in soccer. And you know my prediction about soccer. And I do actually, but I'm just, I'm still asking him. Yeah. Soccer is a seasonal thing, guys. Soccer is so seasonal that I found that we are so bogged about all of us want to win at the same time. It's not possible. In the PSL, only 4 teams is a league. It's Telkom, Nedbank, and MTN. It's only 4 teams that can win that. Out of the 632 that we have. Right? Yet we become so emotional about not winning. It doesn't add up. We're emotional. Fans are emotional. Football fans are emotional. And these are emotional. So my prediction with Man U, they are rebuilding. They will come back. Fact. One day. Right now, I don't see it. Because where the Liverpools are and the cities are, they are on a different. And the Chelseas. Nah. Okay. I'm pushing it. Okay. Nah, you're pushing it. Yeah. Okay. I'm pushing Chelsea's just almost picking there on the top, Nyana. You cannot tell me that you're far from Man U. Okay. That's a discussion for another day. It's fine. You cannot tell me you're far from Man U and Arsenal. Okay. Can't. Okay. It's 1 or 2 games away. Okay. But anyway, so
So my prediction with them, I don't care where they play, but I'll know when the season ends. I don't like making predictions during the season. Those things are useless. It's just getting yourself unnecessary palpitations. It's useless. Let's wait until the end of the season.
We'll see.
And we'll see. Oh, they ended at number 1. Yay. That's me in soccer.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much for coming. Hope you come back next time when we grow. So
well, we start with, doesn't matter how far you are, we go together.
Yeah, hope you come back. So guys, thank you so much for joining us once again. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, man, hope you come back for more videos. And thank you. Until next time.